else is new?
Slither, of which the posters for which are adorning your street even as we speak.
Not just my street, I suspect.
Well, I haven't seen them down, in the New Forest, but that's probably a council thing. Okay, so
what, they have a special poster policy in the New Forest?
Oh, they're very strict. Very strict. Has it got horses on it? You're not having that down here, frankly. No.
Well, this has got bugs on it.
Yeah, exactly.
So anybody.
Bugs, great big killer slugs. I haven't seen the poster, but that's what the film is, a great big killer slug movie.
I guess it is a couple of feet long.
Yeah, it is. Well, they start off small,
unless
but they
it's
get
just
bigger.
a very small bath.
The story is that there is a small town American. The guy who directed this is James Gunn. His CV includes Tromeo and Juliet, which is not good at all. I don't like Troma movies. There we are. Scooby-Doo, which I really enjoyed, because in the middle of doing the horrible Linda Lovelace documentary when I was in New York, I went to see Scooby-Doo and was in there with families, with kids, having a lovely time. So it was great, and I'm a big fan of Scooby-Doo now. And the remake of The Dawn of the Dead, which is kind of okay, but it's not a great heritage yet. Now you have this terrific throwback B-movie, monster movie that refers all the movies that I used to love. When I was growing up, late 1970s, early 1980s, well, actually mid-1970s when I was growing up, there were films made by people like Frank Henenlotter, like Basket Case and Brain Damage. There was David Cronenberg's Shivers, which was the killer slug parasite murders movie. I loved these films. They were terrific. At the beginning of Slither, the camera comes into an American small town, and there is a place called Henenlotter's Bar and Grill, because Frank Henenlotter was the guy who directed Brain Damage and Basket Case. So you're in the hands of somebody who loves the same movies that you do. Meteorite hits the Earth, slugs come out, and immediately infect Michael Rooker, who of course is the lead role in Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer.
Why do they pick on him?
Because he's the lead role in Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer, and it's a film made for genre. Believe me, if you're not a horror genre fan, you're not going to get a handle on this movie.
Does it get scarier?
Yeah, it does. But there you go. It's toilet humour. It's big bugs and slugs. That guy is the lead guy out of Serenity, which, of course, as you know, it's a movie that exists because the fans made it exist, because after they killed the Firefly series. Because you had your man there from Buffy, Joss Whedon, you had him on the show, right? And he was great. And Serenity is a terrific movie. And that guy, Nathan Fillion, is really, really good actor and really good fun and understands exactly what is to be done in a 50s style, 80s style bug movie. I mean, to some extent, it owes something to the 50s version of The Blob. Generally, it's the body horror of the 1970s and the scrungy New York grindhouse horror of the early 1980s. It's one of the few films I've seen recently in which I generally went, oh, yuck, oh, that's gross. I mean, really lovely to be given that, because the slugs are horrid and they're really slimy, and they get inside people and they possess them and they create these body shunting changes. Which
it must take quite a lot to make you gross out like that.
No, well, there are just certain things that I'm kind of slightly squeamish about, and the shivers like slugs causing these sort of bodily transformations that reminded me, for example, of Brian Usner's Society. Incidentally, if you've never seen Society by Brian Usner, stop everything you're doing now, go out and get it from the video store and watch it, because it is one of the key texts in all this. Anyway, it's yucky, it's scrungy, it's nasty.
Can I just say, no one is going to do that?
It's kind of great. Yeah, they are. There'll be a couple of emails next week. I guarantee you somebody's going to go out, get Society, which I think I did the sleeve notes on, incidentally.
Oh, and just coincidentally,
because it's a work of genius.
No one.
How much you bet me?
You've
got a minute left before this. It's yucky, it's slimy, it's gross and queasy. And
£10 to Comic Relief if anybody does what you say.
Fine, £10 for every email.
No, I didn't say that.
Okay,
finish
£10.
the review.
Okay, and I just sat there feeling like a kid. I was lovely. I felt really young, and I felt like a 16-year-old sitting in the Scala with the Scala cat crawling across my knee, being shown a film with all the reels in the wrong order, with a bunch of other smelly goths who, like me, had no social skills and acne, but loved watching movies in which people's bodies mutate and transform as a result of large killer slugs. I mean, seriously, bath in your popcorn, laugh as you bath.
It's a heartwarming prospect for a bank holiday weekend. Movie of the week.
Slither.
Really?
Yeah. Would you want me to say Enron, smartest guys in the room?
I thought that's what you were going to say.
No, Slither.
In an exciting double bill.
Yeah.
Okay. Mark, thanks very much indeed.